A Los Angeles Derby Dolls bout consists of 4 quarters, each lasting 15 minutes. These quarters are divided into 60-second rounds called jams. Each team has 5 players on the track in each jam, 4 players called blockers, and 1 point-scoring player called the jammer. You can always distinguish the jammers from the other players on the track by their starred helmets. It's the jammer's job to try to score points, and the blocker's job to try to stop them. The first whistle will sound to start the jam, and the blockers launch onto the track. The blockers form a tight grouping called the pack. The jammers race their way around the track and catch up to the pack. The jammers must then fight their way through the pack. The blockers from the opposing team will try to stop them, while the blockers on their team try to assist them. The jammers have now broken out of the pack and must race their way around the track and meet up with the pack again. Keep an eye on the jammer in front. She is your lead jammer and can call off the jammer by placing her hands on her hips. The pink jammer is now in position to score. She receives 1 point for each member of the opposing team she passes. As the pink jammer racks up points, the yellow jammer catches the pack and is now also in position to score. The yellow jammer will also receive 1 point for each member of the pink team she passes. The jam ends when 60 seconds have elapsed, or when the lead jammer calls off the jam by placing her hands on her hips. Players are not permitted to purposely trip or tackle their opponents. Players can block each other using their bodies and shoulders, but cannot use their elbows, forearms, or hands. Players violating the rules will be placed in the penalty box located on the infield, forcing their team to skate the next jam with 1 less skater. The game ends after 4 quarters. The team with the most points at the end of the bout is your winner.
Los Angeles! Welcome to Valhalla, the home of your Los Angeles Derby Dolls. Tonight, we present the Fight Crew, versus the Scream Queens. Are you ready to meet the skaters?
Coming to the track, it's Fight Crew! Number 11, Ski Jobs. 3/5, Shot Me Amadeus. 42, Rabies. 66, Vita Blocko. It's 143, Lusty Loveless. 440, Avada Kedavra. She's 804, it's Beats by K. Number 883, Dinah Beecha. 1608, Senorita. 1964, Mary Poppins. 5515, Vanessa Bludgeons. And 9637, Jane Whoa. Co-captain of the Fight Crew 802, No Box Newman. And the captain of your Fight Crew, why that is 115, Slide Fox. Fight Crew coaches are Mel Scorcho and Kim Girl. One more time for the Fight Crew!
All right. Who's ready to meet the new Scream Queens? All right, here they are, everybody. Your Scream Queens wearing a 04 Damage Dame. Wearing number 26, Betty Rampage. Wearing number 97, Slammin' Amazon.
Putting the interest in disinterested, it's your enforcers. Head referee Metallic Kyle, game executioner Hassel Black, jam refs Casey Cajones and Morning Wood, front pack ref Tricky Ricardo, back pack ref Oliver Closeoff, outside pack ref Voltron, penalty tracker Ridley Scorpio, penalty tracker assistant Molly Moonlight, penalty box administrators Cherry Blazer and E.T. Rumble, your eyes in the sky Sweep the Leg Johnny and E.T. Henry, scoreboard operator panel Tina, and whiteboard D Cup runneth over. One more time for the enforcers.
All right, we'd like to thank our EMTs, the doll repair team, the track monkeys at Turn 1, and our wonderful rad crew. Our DJ tonight is DJ MacBook Air, and your announcers are Evil E and Trisky Biscuit. The Derby Dolls would like to acknowledge that we gather on traditional and unceded Keech and Tongva land. We ask league members and the Derby Dolls community to honor with gratitude the Keech and Tongva people, elders, and the land itself. And when that's ready, are you ready for roller derby action?
They sound ready, Evil.
I think they're ready. All right, so welcome to roller derby. The jammers have stars on their helmets. The first one out is known as the lead jammer. The lead jammer can skate the full 60 seconds of the jam or call off at any time by putting hands on hips. When that jammer re-enters the back of the pack, every member of the opposing team they pass is a point. Wow, that is Rabies, who was out first for Fight Crew, threw in a scoring pass and is now having a bit of a jammer race with nunchucks.
Ray telling her blockers to get to the front so she can try to steal another point, but they cut some traffic back there and Rabies forced to call it off.
Man, I didn't even need to ask, are you ready? They were just like there.
Like they're gonna do it if you're ready or not, Evil Lee.
Yeah.
4 points for Fight Crew to kick it off.
Keep you on your toes, I tell you.
That's a very dangerous way to skate.
Yeah, on your toes. Well, they have toe stops now, so. And we want to welcome everybody watching on our YouTube channel, on our Derby Dolls YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining us here today. I hope my friend Susie, I'm hoping you're in there listening and that you've surrounded yourself with your kitty cats.
It looks like we got some action in the penalty box to kick it off.
Yeah, that's all right. We do have some penalties. We have basically 2 blockers down for the Scream Queens, and we do have one down, a legal block for one of the members of the Fight Crew. It looks like we might have had a double jammer situation. I'm not 100% certain on that, but I'll tell you what's happening right now, and that is Stiletto jamming for the Scream Queens. Lead jammer comes right up on Steve Jobs. And like most people who come up to the back of Steve Jobs, realize they're not going anywhere and decides to call off the jam.
Just 2 for the Scream Queens on that one.
2-point game, 4-2.
Very exciting to see the Scream Queens out there.
Yes, this is their second game under their new name, the Scream Queens. They were formerly known as the Sirens, or we call them the Team of Blue, the Blue Team. They wanted a makeover, and I highly approve.
Hey, everybody loves a good makeover.
All right, Fight Crew taking into the lead position. That looks like Baby E. Vanessa Bludgeons coming up to the back of the pack. Now that did give enough time for the jammer for the Scream Queens to get out of the pack.
Boy, that blue defense is all over the shop. Just can't get past Betty Rampage.
Yeah, Misbehavin' was jamming for the Scream Queens. Tried to get quite in there, but didn't quite work out. That's right, you can make some noise for roller derby, everybody. You can scream, you can shout, you can stomp your teeth. Your teeth? Your feet.
Stomp your teeth.
You can stomp your teeth. You just can't whistle unless you're Hasselblack. Then you can do whatever you want with a whistle. And I think maybe that was a point of emphasis right there. All right, once again, I want to welcome everyone to the chat room. Especially I want to say hi to Truck Driving Kimmy. Truck Driving Kimmy is watching us live on Derby Dolls YouTube channel and currently hauling 30,000 pounds of shrubs, trees, and assorted plants.
Oh, those are my favorite kind of plants.
Yeah, from Coos Bay, Oregon to some Lowe's in the Pittsburgh area. So I'm glad she could stop and watch. And yes, my friend Susie is is surrounded by her dog, Isabel. I'm sorry I didn't give a shout out to Isabel right away. And of course, your wonderful kitty cats. See? She wanted me to let me know.
Oh, dog and
my
cats.
God. Yes. It's got a full family there. All right. We're not sure what they were looking for on the ground, but I think somebody dropped a contact lens.
Oh, no.
So that might take a little bit of time. Do you think it's a contact lens?
I heard somebody lost their virginity.
You know, it wouldn't be the first time someone's probably lost their virginity on this track. Or popped their cherry or something, I don't know. Hey, you've done a wheel bang, haven't you?
Yes, I'm sorry to say. You never forget it. Your first,
You
your
never
second,
forget your
your
first,
third.
yes. All right, here comes the skaters to the track. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, don't be scared. You're allowed to cheer them on. They like it. They like that sick shit.
The louder your cheer, the faster they go. Oh, stiletto, man, into the middle of the pack.
Oh,
The green is
yes.
right, and that's no box given, followed by slamming Amazon.
Look at everybody going. I love a jammer race, jammer race.
They are flying. And they both have their unique ways of stopping. There was no fox given with the rather dainty pull-off where slamming Amazon just almost flipped over the rail. And we had, in the juniors game, we had 2 skaters go over the rail. It was pretty amazing.
Scream Queen's jammer starting a little ways back to get a nice big run up. And it seems to have paid off.
Yeah, misbehaving gets in the lead jammer position for the Scream Queens. Again, lead jammer can skate the full 60 seconds of the jam. Oh! Are caught up by putting hands on hips. I believe that was Gandalf the Cray who was taking a little bit rule of the low side there. Not sure exactly how that played out though. What happened with points? We got 4 points for everybody. It's a wash. It's great. Everybody got points. Everyone wins.
And that is the key to the call-off, Evilly, is you got to know where that other jammer is and try to call it off before they're able to score.
Okay, we do have penalties. We got a Gandalf the Cray with a directional block penalty, and for Fight Crew, so I have a little bit of a glare here on this.
That's Jane Woe, also with the directional.
Thank you.
Hey, it's what I'm here for, Evil.
I'm sorry, and I was also looking at a picture of Susie's cat.
Oh, hello, Susie's cat.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, that's because Susie's son. That's Isabel.
Oh,
See,
wow.
I'm really confused. Okay, back to roller derby.
Yeah, because if we're showing animal pictures, I got you covered.
Yeah, I know. We're out of it for a while then. Nice to see Melistopheles on the track.
Absolutely. Speaking of animal pictures, I always enjoy Mel's pictures from her farm.
Yeah, she's kind of an urban farmer, although she's sort of in the middle of nowhere. Is that a Shock Me?
That is Shock Me Amadeus, wearing the Star for Fight Crew.
Great to see a Shocky back on the track.
Yeah.
Gets to the back of the pack, realizes it's a little bit futile to get through, so decides to call off the jam before the opposing jammer could come on through.
As you saw, Shock Me Amadeus came back on the track before calling it off. If you fall on the track, you can still call it off if you're lead, but if you exit the track, you must re-enter in a standing position in order to call it off.
And we have a penalty against the jammer for the Scream Queens. So that makes this next jam is going to be a power jam. Advantage for the Fight Crew. That's right, 1 jammer on the floor, 1 team that can score. That was Sprocket Rocket, by the way, who got the penalty for the Scream Queens.
Yep, that was an above-the-shoulders penalty. You can't initiate with anything above your shoulders. You can't hit anybody else on anything above their shoulders. Fair and square.
Fight True is confirming their points on that one, I believe.
Scarecrow's in the chat room says, "Go Fight Crew!"
Woo!
And with that whistle, they do just that.
Yeah. Oh my.
Oh,
Wow.
goodness me.
It's like they're on, like, they sped it up or something.
Yeah, that was a heck of a knock between Betty Rampage
And
and
that's
Fight the Jammer.
Senorita jamming for Fight Crew. Man, that's some quick movement.
And I don't think she's going to get a back block for that because Betty Rampage was sideways to her, so it was a side block.
Yeah, Senorita wanting to grab some more points. I believe it's coming over a Sweetie on the rail there and side against it. Oh, we got 4, so that's good.
And sometimes even if there's time left on the clock, you want to call it off either to save your own energy or prevent causing a penalty yourself and giving away a power jam to the other side.
I got this lovely Vampiro drink, and I'm sure it's going to give me lots of energy to finish my doubleheader day. We do have penalties against Fight Crew. That's Leslie Lovelace with a penalty for above shoulders block, and Nunchucks with a stopping penalty. Stiletto out lead for the Scream Queens, and that's Ravi out for Fight Crew. Wow, these are 2 skaters that came through our juniors program.
Oh, fantastic double fake out by Stiletto. Breaks up that Fight Crew wall, comes on through and scores.
Man, the 2 of them against each other, that's incredible.
Oh, I could watch that all night, and I think I probably will.
Yeah, it's a good plan.
I will not be surprised to see that matchup happening a lot.
And we do have Melistopheles.
Mel,
What's
how
up,
could
Mel?
you?
2 penalties, directional block and arms for Melistopheles.
Mel hasn't had a penalty in like 3 years, so, you
Yeah.
know, you gotta get back in there.
That's
Get back on the
'cause-
horse.
Yeah, she's really getting her penalties out. Misbehaving and Jane Woe. Man, Jane Woe is moving faster. Yeah, I'm not even going to go there with what I was going to say on that one.
2 points for the Scream Queens, nothing for Fight Crew. Fight Crew's got a body in the box.
Yep, and we got a stopping penalty. And that's for beats by K. All our beats are by K. When you look for beats, only get beats by K.
Sly Fox getting hung up at the front of this pack.
Yeah, oh wow. Man, a lot of bracing.
I love a good brace.
Yeah, I saw that. It's a star pass. It's a star pass. I saw it.
You saw it.
I
but-
saw it. It's like seeing a unicorn. Like I saw it go between hands. Okay, so the pivot has a stripe on their helmet, and the jammer with the star can pass him the star and give him the point scoring power, which was about to happen, and then the jam was done. But it was really cool, trust me.
It was extremely cool. Speaking of stars, Star to Ruckus is in the chat room. How you doing there, Star? Good to see you.
Star to Ruckus. Bye. Oh my.
Slam and Amazon just trying to hang on that inside line, but they fall into the infield and reset.
Yeah, so that's the thing. They had to get back in the pack without advancing position, and would have gotten a penalty, and that would have thrown power jam advantage to the other team.
Jane having to get back on the track quick so she could call it out for Fight Crew because Slam and Amazon was coming quick.
You know who's not having fun right now?
Ooh.
Broadzilla.
Oh,
Dude,
no.
Can you imagine if she saw this and she's like, why am I not out there? Right?
I'm here to tell you, having skated with Broadzilla for many years, she's always having fun.
Yes, it is true. She was, yes. Since she was my team captain, I can agree with that too. But you know, like if she was watching this, she'd be really like, I want to skate too. All right, so we had a double penalty, a penalty against each jammer, so each team is fielding a blocker for that. Oh man, Vanessa Bludgeon's Baby V versus Misbehavin'. That was a race. There's nobody in the penalty box.
What?
And then
You
all of
really
a sudden,
am
a bunch of people stand up, like, oh, wait, am I supposed to be in there or something?
Oh, dang.
All right, no box given. Jammer for the Fight Crew. Stuck in the middle of a really tight pack. Up, makes way out. And Nunchuck's taken to the rail by, oh my God, Sly Fox and Ski Jobs are like, they're destroying Nunchucks right now. It's like brutality at the, oh, and here comes no Fox Given coming against the wall of blue. And now you're on the high side with all that aggression and you've lost momentum. We could have a domino effect here any second. This is incredible. It's like everyone's holding their breath, waiting for everything to collapse, I swear. Woo!
5 points for Fight Crew brings their lead to 28 to the Scream Queens 12. 3.5 minutes to go in the first. Hey, you know what happens at the end of the first, Evilee?
Yes, we're gonna throw something at people's heads.
But we're not telling you what.
We're not gonna tell you what we're gonna throw at your heads. We're just going to do it in a little bit.
Holy Moses, I think they heard that one back in downtown.
Yeah, I think so too. Slamming Amazon.
I like that Amazon looked back to see what they wrought.
I think it was like just to make sure I couldn't tell if they make sure they're not getting a penalty or what.
I don't know, I thought they just wanted to admire it.
Well, there could be that.
Oh yeah!
Vida block him though. Vida block him.
Great
just
moves.
Really getting the business there.
Yeah, well, Amazon just, I can't even describe how they got through that pack. But they are brought to the infield by Jane Woe.
And now they're having that situation again where they're being slowed down on the high side and you're worried everyone's gonna just topple over.
And with just 6 seconds left on the jam clock, Amazon calls that one off. Notching 8 points for the Scream Queens. Yay, Squeens! I like that sign.
Nice signs, very cool.
Yay, Squeens.
All right, we do have a penalty against the Scream Queens. It looks like a directional block. That's against Stiletto. Gandalf the Crate jamming for the Scream Queens, made it out. Not the lead jammer. Remember, the lead jammer is always being pointed at by somebody in the infield, one of the enforcers. However,
Looked like Shock Me Amadeus tied up skates with somebody in that pack.
yeah, and but really saw the other jammer coming up and decides to call off the jam. And I see 115, and that means there's a Sly Fox in the penalty box. And that's with a multiplayer block. Although only one serving the crime.
Well, you can get a multiplayer block by grabbing the rail, Evilee.
Oh, that's true. Oh, there it is. There it is. There is a star pass. That's right. Scream Queens did a star pass, and now Block Matrix has moved into the jammer position, sort of. Right now in the position of being stuck behind no Fox Given. And then coming up against Steve Jobs, wow.
And we had another star pass. Star was given to no Fox Given.
Oh, Sam, I missed that one.
It was right at the end, and Fox just escaped right as the time expired. Trivia note, when you're past the star, you aren't the jammer until it's on your head. So
Yeah,
if it's
you
a
gotta
point
have it on
scoring
your
pass, yeah, nothing counts until you get that sucker on there.
All right, this will likely be the last jam of the first quarter, so make some noise for your Derby Dolls!
It's 30 for the Fight Crew, 25 for the Scream Queens. Will the Scream Queens tie it up to go into our first break?
Oh my God, it's really close.
I love a close game.
That's the thing without having a scoreboard behind us. Oh. Okay, that's Sweetie with the directional block and above shoulders block. Damage Dame with the directional block. And there's an above shoulders block, and
Matrix.
Block Matrix, thank you.
All right, 3 seconds left.
Here comes Hasselblack. An official time called out with less than a minute in the first quarter, everybody.
Hassel knew I wanted to read some ads.
That's right.
Thanks,
Trixie's
Hasselblack.
going to tell you some really exciting stuff.
S1 helmets, a symbol of protection. They've been protecting the Derby Dolls since 2009. The official helmet of the Derby Dolls, s-one store.com. I love the Scream Queens helmets. The chrome domes are very, very good. They work for me.
Not sure what I missed there.
I don't know, everybody's cheering for Ice Creamer, which, you know, Ice Creamer's pretty cool. I'll cheer for Ice Creamer.
Woo!
Woo!
All right. What we have here is one jammer on the floor, which means there's one team that can score, and it's the Fight Crew.
Yeah, that was Matrix with that above the shoulders.
Yeah, and that's the Scream Queens down to the minimum amount of blockers you can have in a jam. With Hanna-Barbarian and Melistopheles trying to hold it together.
They want to stay together, and they want to keep the pack moving as fast as they can manage, because the faster the pack, the harder it is for the jammer to pile up a lot of points. And the only chance they have of stopping is if they can stay together.
Yeah, Baby V comes up against Melistopheles. Melistopheles has to let her go as she gets out of the engagement zone.
The hidden advantage that a two-blocker team here has is wherever they are, if they have one other player with them, they're the pack.
Yes. Oh!
But don't let me overstate it. It sucks. It sucks to be two blockers.
That's a lot of work. That's a lot of people.
Outstanding defensive effort, but cannot stop Fight Crew from piling up 10 points.
All right, everybody, let's welcome to the track, StefCon. Yeah? It's the first quarter break, and you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna throw t-shirts at your head! All right, everybody, we have got t-shirts from Sierra Nevada Brewing Company. Enjoy the little things. Do you want one? Do you really want one? If you want one, you better scream for it. Come on. They're throwing little things too. I'm not sure. That might be a koozie. Oh man, ooh! Uh-oh, did we lose one to the bleacher? Nope, somebody got, those are really nice shirts. My brother caught one once, they're lovely quality. Yay! It's America, free stuff. It's the best, oh, boo. You threw it too hard. So, yeah, security's like, I need to get me a free shirt.
I think they need to make a lot more noise than that, Eva Lee.
Well, you can see who wants the shirt.
I want to hear who wants the shirt.
Nobody's going to throw a shirt at you if you don't want it.
There you go. That's a woo. We love a woo. StefCon's a grandma. She's hard of hearing. You got to make sure she can hear you.
All right,
StefCon
everybody.
winged that last one clear over the bleachers because she wanted a shirt. She's going to sneak back right there and get it.
Very sneaky, sis.
This one's just for Grandma.
Oh, now I got my.
5 seconds.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the second quarter of exciting roller derby action here at Valhalla. Is everybody having a good time? Please tell me that you're being entertained by all this fabulous roller derby.
I hope people are also able to get out there and enjoy some of the fabulous vendors out there. We've got some vintage clothing. We've got some handcrafted general store. Wasted bears, one-of-a-kind little teddy bears made out of found objects.
Oh my God, they're so cute.
Some of them are kind of disturbing, but in a cute way.
Well, she works at an airport, so some of the things she finds is weird. All right, Rabies jamming for the fight crew. Right now, they're ahead 40-25.
Bridget in the chat says, go Rabies! Also says, go Stiletto. So, you know, even-handed. We're cheering for both sides. And Seth Castino says, yay Derby.
Yay, Seth. So I got really excited about seeing what Slam and Amazon was about to do. Oh no, that was like, wow.
Amazon is an explosive player, but is unable to contain Rabies.
Containing rabies is difficult.
It is not easy. You gotta have like 7 different shots.
Yeah. You know, as someone who grew up in southern New Mexico and has been bitten by some dogs, may I say, the rabies things can be really kind of scary.
Looks like empty penalty boxes.
A water bottle fell down.
Yeah.
I just don't want Tricky Ricardo or Casey Cajones to fall in it.
Senorita out in lead for Fight Crew.
Maybe if I say something, Melistopheles will hear me that someone's water bottle has fallen on the side. Someone's water bottle fell on the side by the bench of the Scream Queens. All right, I'm sure everybody will be fine.
They can't hear you out there.
Well, they've got helmets on, so of course they can't.
Also, they're concentrating on the game.
Well, there's that too.
She heard you in her heart.
She listens.
Oh no, I see the Fight Crew jammer exiting the track. This means nothing good for the folks wearing red.
Yeah, I see me taking off this blazer because it's got a little warm in here again.
It's a huge opportunity for the Scream Queens to make up some of this deficit. It's 53-25 in favor of Fight Crew. And we got ourselves a power jam.
Yeah, power jam, and that looks like Stiletto to me. All right, well, I'm going to use this opportunity to wish a happy birthday to Mike. Where's Mike? Is there a Mike here? If you know Whiskey Behavior is telling you happy birthday. Whiskey Behavior, America's sweetheart, wishes you a happy birthday.
We're telling you happy birthday too. Because, you know, why not? It's free. Happy birthday, Mike.
Mike's like, I get it. All right, jam is off. Our power jam.
No, it's not a power jam after all.
It's not a power jam. Our regular jam.
Regular jam.
All right, we got Stiletto jamming for the Scream Queens out already. And then Baby V making her way out of the pack. Man, the aggression in these packs is just incredible. I was watching Sweetie come up there against Jane Woe, and it was pretty brutal.
Lots of lateral movement, great fakes by Stiletto on her way entering that pack. Great fakes, Evilly, great fakes.
Great.
Great fakes. Something we get a lot of here in Hollywood. Great fakes.
Yeah, I was wondering, what would AI do to roller derby? Like if you told AI to make a video of a roller derby game, what would it look like? No Fox Given jamming for the Fight Crew out as lead jammer and having a few, let's see, Loveless spending a little time in the infield along with Damage Dame, just checking things out.
Leslie and Dinah trying to get together in the back there.
Yeah, Ice Creamer is catching up. It's not quite in time.
We got some junior fight crew here in the chat room. They had a game earlier today.
Oh man, they did fantastic.
We got Sally Face out here saying, "Yay, fight crew!" It's nice to see the fight crew supporting fight crew.
I'm glad there's no rumblings between the adult and the junior fight crew. That would be that would be awful. We do have a penalty though against fight crew. That's low blocking. I believe that's for no fox given.
Diana Beecher.
Oh, Dinah Beecher. Hey, Dinah Beecher's in the penalty box. I gotta say that every few years.
Yeah, Dinah's been around for a while. Dinah was skating when I was skating. It's wonderful to see her back out there on the track.
I met Dinah Beecher in 2005 in Chinatown when we were building our track. That's when she started.
Yeah, she's been committed to this league for quite some time, and it's wonderful to see her back out there. Oh!
Yeah, that's Bita Blochem jamming for fight crew.
But that was Sprocket Rocket that she ran into, and oh my goodness. Vita did not get the better of that little encounter.
Uh-oh. Casey Cajones has something wrong. You know what? Casey Cajones' mom's here, I believe.
I heard Casey's mom has got it going on.
Yeah, oh, Stacy. Stacy is here. Casey Cajones' mom, Stacy, dad, Randy, and the
now
extended
I feel bad about that
fam.
joke.
That his mom's name is Stacy?
Yeah, I wouldn't have made a Stacy's mom joke if I'd known her name was Stacy, actually.
I want to welcome the whole Cajones family. Woohoo!
So Vita got an arms penalty for fight crew. This is a power jam.
Ah, I see. Although I'm trying to see. I mean, I see Baby V getting into that jamming position, but I don't see a star cover on. I see what you mean. That's why, because it's stiletto is doing it.
That'll be why.
Oh my God! Sometimes roller derby can be so confusing.
Well, also, to be honest, the helmet covers for Scream Queens not exactly high contrast.
No, I think that might be a discussion later.
Yeah. Fight crew, front wall got more than 20 feet out from the pack back there, where Baby V is caught by 3 blockers.
I like it when you think someone's looking at you and they're looking at the scoreboard. All right, 0 points for fight crew because they had no jammer. In addition to welcoming the Casey Cajones family, I should wish a happy belated birthday to Mr. Cajones.
That was 5 points on that power jam for the Scream Queens, 32, Fight Crews 58. About a little more than 8:30 left to go in this half.
Don't forget at halftime, get yourself some snacks, merch, cool stuff.
Raffle tickets.
Oh my God, you should get raffle tickets because you're gonna win stuff.
Eva Lee, you should get raffle tickets. They got another one of them mixies.
You know, my husband's here. He'll get one. Senorita jamming for fight crew. Lead jammer, nunchucks though. Out of that pack and lightning speed. I like the hand movements there.
Yeah, you could see.
I am not committing any penalties, I swear, even if it means I look like I'm doing the dab or whatever that dance was.
And Senorita also, you could see kind of winding up for that call-off. The hands went up, but it's not a call-off until they hit the hips. Senorita racked up another 2, I think, and then bam.
I feel like an ice skating commentator right now trying to, okay, if you could see the angle of the hands, it doesn't, with the rotation, it doesn't make it an axle, it makes it a sow cow or whatever.
Yeah, taking off with their toe pick and landing on an outside edge.
Exactly.
And knocking a bitch into the infield. No. Knocking a beloved, respected competitor into the infield.
No, actually, that would be more like ice skating in, what was it, 1994? Was that it? That was the Tanya Harding.
Oh, Tanya.
And Nancy Kerrigan year. I remember it was the first news story to come on after the earthquake in Los Angeles. The Northridge earthquake. Every news thing was the Northridge earthquake forever until that happened.
Nobody cared about the earthquake anymore.
Then all of a sudden it was all Tanya and Nancy, and we were grateful.
Sprocket Rocket escapes.
Wow. Oh, power. And here comes Baby V.
Almost
Shoots
got it.
out of that pack. And you got full plaques of blockers right there. And it looks like, do I see what I think? I don't know what is going on.
What do you think you see?
I think I see something going on. Right now I see carnage on the track.
Good call off by Sprocket, remembering that they could just call it off from laying down, and they do so.
I wish I could call everything off by laying down.
Oh,
I'm
man.
done, you know?
My work day, my dog. There's a lot of things I could call off.
Yeah, I think Susie would like to be able to call off her dog Isabeau sometime, who I love, but wow, needs a lot of attention. Okay, once again, full packs. A lot of action to watch. Rabies out of the pack. And they do have Stiletto in for the Scream Queen. Like I said, both. Oh, wow. Winner in the infield was really trying to hold on to the inside there.
Oh, No Fox
And
Given
it was-
tagged that Jammer and was just a kind of a slow motion.
It was like a Matrix thing, and she's bending backwards like fucking Keanu Reeves and shit. Keanu Reeves, who's heard me announce.
He did do that. I
Yes.
remember. He could be listening right now. He could be in the chat room, Eveline.
Do not tell me that.
Keanu, if you're in there, Eva loves you.
I know when he took his picture, I was so glad that Derelict couldn't figure out my camera. And at one point, like, he had my hand on my back forever. And then Keanu was like, "Did you get it?" And I'm like, "Not yet."
Oh, no.
I guess I didn't want him to soft touch. It's awesome. And then I died. And now my ghost is here. And Gandalf the Grey is in the penalty box with a directional block. And that's the story of that.
That's adorable.
I've seen River's Edge like 100 times. Oh, it's so wonderful. Block Matrix. Lead Jammer and jamming for the Scream Queens. Jane Woe started moving out of the pack, went into the infield, had to get out of the pack without advancing position.
Yes.
That's giving Block Matrix a little bit more time to get up into that point scoring position, but falls into the infield. Oh! Has to get back on the track to call it off.
Turnabout's fair play. Fight Crew Jammer goes into the infield too. Matrix regains lead Jammer, gets to the front and calls it out.
I would not want to be a Jammer rep on that one.
Yeah, it's rough. Man.
Except when you're Morningwood
I'd always like to be
and Casey
Morningwood.
Cajones, I know. Then you got it handled. And we do have a penalty against Sweet Home Alabama with a low blocking penalty. Aw, sweetie.
That's Sweetie's up 2-4 by my unofficial penalty count.
Rabies! Rabies versus Slam and Amazon. Man, you have got to be on it with these jammers. Oh, wow! Clean through on the high side, turns it off, calls it off, right as the opposing jammer is about to enter the pack. That was perfection.
Sly Fox and No Fox Given doing a ton of work in the pack to clear out that huge alley on the high.
Hey, Thora, this is what happens when you have a juniors program and it leads into the adults program. Crazy, huh? Oh, man.
Raby's going to the box for a track cut.
Almost perfect, almost, until she gets a penalty for it.
Yeah, that's the bad part. You don't want to do that part.
Well, you know.
The rest of it, though.
The rest of it was magnificent.
Yeah, the rumor in the chat room is that Rabies is such a slay.
Sure.
That's from Sally Face. And who can argue with it?
Wait.
Wait.
There's a sleigh reference earlier I was going to try and bring up, but I cannot work it in any way without making absolutely no sense. So I'm just instead sharing this commentary going on in my brain in this moment.
You could just sing
Yeah,
Sleigh
nothing.
Ride.
Sleigh.
I love that song.
Sleigh. See? Wait, let me do it. Sleigh. I'm waiting for Merch to look over.
Nope. Merch is ignoring us.
Sleigh.
All right, so this Power Jam is in favor of the Scream Queens. Scream Queens down 39-72. Could really use a nice fat bucket of points right now.
Oh, wow. Okay, so basically you had Lusty Loveless Perhaps blocking a little out of play, you think there, Lusty?
Possibly.
Maybe going a little farther than the engagement zone.
That engagement
And,
zone is 20 feet. They got to stay within 20 feet of the pack.
And Nunchucks was like, trying to stop, didn't work.
Right now, the pack is back there in the back. The pack has to have blockers from both teams, and they've got Mary Popham stuck back there. Those 3 Fight Crew blockers out front are just hung out to dry.
Yeah, and that is now they're trying to work Nunchucks right into trying to get into a position. Oh, nice throw on the high side. Tried to dip down through the pack.
Signal from the refs that they had to let her go.
I'll tell you one thing I'd put money on. Lusty Loveless making it to the end of the bout. She went just straight to the penalty box. She thought, I know,
I did it. It's fine.
If you're going to do it, you might as well just own it, right? All right, and that was a blocking out of play. Oh, my God. And then beats by K with an above shoulders. Remember, if you need beats, get beats by K.
So that's two, count them, 2 blockers, but in the box for Fight Crew, but they do have a jammer again.
That's always nice.
Yeah, it's nice to have a jammer.
It's good to see a jammer up there for both of them.
I love that for them.
I really do. Oh my God, and stiletto versus rabies. I love that.
Oh man.
Baby V, wow. Just the movement there with misbehaving, trying to take her out, being told by the Tricky Ricardo, I believe, saying, nope, pack is there. You're about to get out of the engagement zone, which would be a blocking out of play penalty.
Yeah, but just to be safe, Baby V reset anyway, which is probably the wisest thing to do under the circumstances. Because chances were that Baby V wasn't going to get any points in that jam, so might as well not also get give up a power jam.
That movement I saw right there, though, if you took that snippet of Tricky Ricardo doing those moves and then you put them on music and you put it on a TikTok, that would be really, like some of these ref moves would make fantastic dance crazes. I'm surprised we should do that.
Tricky Ricardo in Fortnite when?
I'm just, what are those names on those TikTok dances? I don't know. We'll think of the enforcer gun. No Fox given. Jamming for Fight Crew. Ice Creamer got the star helmet on for Scream Queens. Trying to get past Steve Jobs. Finally has to let her go as they get into that out of play situation.
Fight Crew blockers really taking turns on that initial pass. I think everybody got a piece.
Yeah. All right, we got about one more jam in this first half, and then we'll have a quick halftime. Hey, during halftime, don't forget to buy a raffle ticket. There's all kinds of amazing raffle prizes, including this magic mixie thing that I want really bad. And someone should win it and give it to me. So that would be really cool.
That's right, raffle tickets are $1 a piece. 7 for $5, 15 for 10, 30 for 20.
Rocket, jamming for Scream Queens.
We always have that raffle at the middle of the third, between third and fourth.
Oh, wow. Yeah, man, those packs are so tight. Wow! Oh, my God! I don't even know what to call that. It was like a backwards prom picture, an upside-down cowboy. I don't know. I mean, there's got to be a name that if you Urban Dictionary it ain't going to look good. Let's give it up for roller derby, everybody. And we will see you back here in like 20 or 30 minutes, I believe. Oh, wait, we're doing another one?
No, I'm just telling you to give them the score.
Oh, the score. 72 to 58, Fight Crew. We will see you back here in 20 to 30 minutes. They never tell me how long it is. Go buy stuff.
A Los Angeles Derby Dolls bout consists of 4 quarters, each lasting 15 minutes. These quarters are divided into 60-second rounds called jams. Each team has 5 players on the track in each jam, 4 players called blockers, and 1 point-scoring player called the jammer. You can always distinguish the jammers from the other players on the track by their starred helmets. It's the jammer's job to try to score points, and the blocker's job to try to stop them. The first whistle will sound to start the jam, and the blockers launch onto the track. The blockers form a tight grouping called the pack. The jammers race their way around the track and catch up to the pack. The jammers must then fight their way through the pack. The blockers from the opposing team will try to stop them, while the blockers on their team try to assist them. The jammers have now broken out of the pack and must race their way around the track and meet up with the pack again. Keep an eye on the jammer in front. She is your lead jammer and can call off the jam early by placing her hands on her hips. The pink jammer is now in position to score. She receives 1 point for each member of the opposing team she passes. As the pink jammer racks up points, the yellow jammer catches the pack and is now also in position to score. The yellow jammer will also receive 1 point for each member of the pink team she passes. The jam ends when 60 seconds have elapsed, or when the lead jammer calls off the jam by placing her hands on her hips. Players are not permitted to purposely trip or tackle their opponents. Players can block each other using their bodies and shoulders, but cannot use their elbows, forearms, or hands. Players violating the rules will be placed in the penalty box located on the infield, forcing their team to skate the next jam with 1 less skater. The game ends after 4 quarters. The team with the most points at the end of the bout is your winner.
Are we ready?
Hello, my Scream Queens. What would you like to know?
Are we gonna win champs?
Well, first I'm going to need to know a little bit about the team. I've never met you. Who are you?
I just got drafted. I'm Gandalf the Cray. My name is Betty Rampage.
I'm Stiletto.
I'm Sprocket Rocket.
Who's your celebrity crush?
Jeremy Allen White. Yes, chef.
If you were in a horror movie, what would be your weapon of choice?
Sprockets. I'd throw sprockets at them.
Is there a new teammate that you're really excited to skate alongside?
Definitely skating alongside my captains.
Now that you're on a home team, what does home feel like?
As soon as we voted the new team name of Scream Queens, I felt immediately at home. I love it.
Okay, now I've heard from you all. I think that for champs, what we're really going to see is...
What are you doing? I thought you were playing Uno.
Fight Crew's new drafts are ready for takeoff. Meet Senior Rita, Baby V, and Rabies. Do you wash your feet in the shower?
I'm the type of person that likes to wash my feet before practice and after practice.
Absolutely. I'm a twice-a-day showerer.
I'm not going to answer that question for free.
What do you order from the plain trolley?
I always like a little gin and tonic.
What fictional character do you relate to the most?
Unfortunately, it's George Costanza from Seinfeld.
I definitely want to be Buffy. I don't know if that counts, but I want to be Buffy.
Do you like nachos?
I am a French fry kind of girl.
Absolutely not. Hard pass.
I used to find them really messy, but now I can really appreciate them.
Now that you're on a home team, what does home feel like?
I feel very lucky to be on Fight Crew. Everyone has been so welcoming, especially as the only real rookie, and I really do think that we are the most fun team. That's all I really want from Derby.
It's your life. Do what you wanna do. I can't tell you who to shock it to. It's your life.
Thomas Woodley. Thomas Woodley, you have lost your ID and your credit cards and everything that you need to live in this life. And security's got it. Go to the front door, Thomas Woodley, and get your stuff.
All right. Woo. Hello. Welcome back to the second half of exciting roller derby action here at Valhalla. We are starting the second half of the Fight Crew versus the Scream Queens with 72 Fight Crew, 58 for the Scream Queens. And we do have two of the queens sitting in the penalty box.
That's right. Nunchucks for a low block and Jammer Sprocket Rocket for a back block. So we're kicking it off with a power jam in favor of Fight Crew.
Yeah. Oh wow, that was really good. That would be Rabies. That like extra little like scoot there with that skate, so well done.
Yeah, Rabies always has one extra move in her. You know, like you think that she's going out, but she's got one more step, one more wild recovery, and she's got through and got 5 more points.
Oh, Sly Fox! It's like Gandalf the Grey. Gandalf did not know Sly Fox. Gandalf the Grey now has been officially introduced. Wow.
Oh, beautiful 1-foot turn. Gets Rabies through.
And we got some whistles.
And we got 15 points for Fight Crew. Scoring was pretty even in that second quarter, you believe. Fight Crew 32, Scream Queens 33. Difference, as it often is, it was in those power jams. Fight Crew gave up 2 power jams against, and they paid for it.
Yeah, we do have a penalty against Stiletto of the Scream Queens.
They'll be blocking out of play. And there goes Senorita! Misbehaving out for the Scream Queens.
Oh, a lot of communication going on in the pack. It looks like Damage Dame, they're trying to, Melstopha's trying to launch her into Senorita. Ooh, and misbehaving.
Yeah, Damage Dame doing a really good job of not just holding the jammer back, but aiming for her own friendly blockers to try to get that wall together. Jam was called off before all forward progress was stopped, but it was in the mail.
It was in the mail. BBB out front for the Fight Crew.
One more left to beat, and oh my goodness.
That's Ice Screamer, wow, being taken to the rail and held there by Beats by K and Rabies. And they managed to open the door for Baby V to come through that pack.
I'll tell you, I thought.
Oh!
I thought Creamer was out of there, but Rabies was able to hold Creamer just long enough.
Rabies is so well named.
We usually say one-on-one doesn't work, but if one-on-one can work long enough for your partner to get back up to you, now you got some business.
Yes.
Now you got some business.
What Trixie said.
It's business.
Some business.
Business.
Hey, I hope you got some raffle tickets. We'll be taking care of that business at the end of this quarter.
And if you didn't, you still got time. Go get them. You want a Red Lobster gift certificate, you want a Big 5 gift certificate, or a rudechicks.com package of love with a hat, a tee, and a necklace, and some other nice stuff. Go on out there and get yourself some raffle tickets.
Yeah, I want that Big 5 gift certificate and the magic thing. Nunchucks, jamming for Scream Queens, enters the lead jammer position. Nice little pile up though on tone 2. It's haunted, by the way. Gandalf the Grey coming up against Nunchucks, who is now going to spend a little time hanging out with Sly Fox.
No Fox Given escapes the pack. 30 seconds left on the jam clock.
That's one foxy track.
But no, he gets back on and calls that sucker off.
Woo! Make some noise for roller derby, everyone. It's a modest pittance of clappery. We need some cheering.
Yeah, make them make some noises, Evilly. They never listen when I tell them.
Who's rooting for the Scream Queens? Who's rooting for the Crew. Yeah, let's hear it for roller derby, everybody. All right, we got Gandalf the Crane in the penalty box for the Scream Queens with ability reform, and we also have, no Fox given in the penalty box for the Fight Crew. And
yeah, that's making this one a power jam.
That's right. A power jam. Yeah, I'm still working on that. Power jam advantage to the Scream Queens.
Ich bin ein Power jam.
Power jam. I think it should be more posh-like power jam. That's a power jam.
The next one can be posh. This power jam is brought to you by the people of Germany.
It's very proper power jam. We power jam now.
Scream
I'm sure like 10 years from now I'll hear that and cringe for some reason. Not aware of it yet, but it's gonna happen. Misbehaving, wow. There's the thing here, you can't stop. You have to keep moving. So when you're kind of moving forward, so in that kind of situation, I'm really curious to see how the enforcers are going to have final judgment of that strategic move, so
it's hard to see from the stands. It's not always easy to see from up here, but they're right there, and they can judge if forward motion is happening. Even the teeniest bit.
They see all.
They see all, they know all. And if you want to be one of them, email refs@derbydolls.com. They're always recruiting, and they are a lot of fun. Very professional team. You'll learn a lot, and you'll get the best view in the house.
Yeah, no, enforcing's fun, and they're such a great group of people. We do have Senorita in the penalty box for Fight Crew, low blocking, joined by Vita Blachem, also with, I believe, a failure to reform.
That's right.
Stiletto! Trying to make it out.
Raby's joined by Sly Fox.
Seeing Raby's go against Stiletto is just incredible.
And now the Fight Crew blockers going to the front to try to spring their own jammer, which they do.
Their jammer has been freed.
Still got half a jam left. Fight Crew looking to break the century mark on this one.
Yeah, Shark Me Amadeus going a little like, oh, you know, I've been traveling a lot lately. This is exhausting.
Stiletto making it out.
Yeah.
But Shock Me rejoins the track.
Calls it off.
Yeah. That's what I do. I'm going to call it off right now. This jam's over, Evilly.
Okay. I mean, I know the Donna Summers movie is starting on HBO, but, you know, you can set your DVR. Oh, dear. Shock Me's in the penalty box with an arms penalty, joined by Rabies. So that's going to make this a power jam. And our power jammer is for the Scream Queens. Wow. Racing up on the high side. Oh! And just gets nipped by Lusty Loveless. That's Misbehaving. Lusty Loveless is on fire tonight.
Oh, she looked like she was fired out of a cannon.
Yeah, look at her. She's like, come on! Come on! She's not even attempting to move. She's like, I'm going to the penalty box. I'll save you a seat. Oh, man. And then Jane Woe comes in with the acid doom there. That was incredible. And now No Fox, this, I tell you, man, Misbehaving should get a medal for this, because this is pretty incredible.
We don't have any medals, but we do have a whole lot of points, and that's exactly what Misbehaving's going to get.
Well, and they do, at the end of the game, the very end, there is a little award ceremony. You can come up and get your hands clapped.
Everybody
Not
likes
get
to get
the clap.
clapped.
Don't get the clap. I worked in public health for a long time. I'm telling you right now, you don't want it. You can get the claps, and then they do awards. It's really cool. Oh, Hasselblack coming out to tell you something.
I went to a Derby Dolls game, and all I got was clapped. Hey, I hope we got some union members out there in the crowd.
We're some, you know, my Derby wife is she works for the Riders Guild, so she's been out there like 12 hours a day, I believe, running those picket lines.
That's right. Casey Bummer is not just a WGA member, she's a strike captain at Paramount. And Fight Crew old favorite Bill Wolkoff, AKA Pinchy, also a strike captain at CBS Television City.
Oh,
They
the
are
lobster.
out there holding it down. So.
All right, well, bringing up that Fight Crew alumni, I want to say Steve Jobs wants to give a shout out to the members of the Too Loud for Larry people in the crowd.
There they are. You can tell because they're loud.
Oh, yeah. Is that too loud for Larry? Hey, tell Larry if it's too loud, he's too old. All right. You can see them June 2nd at Matt's Denny's. I don't know what that's code for, but I know if you're going to a Denny's at a certain time of night, you know, it's a little shady. Anyway, Skeeve will be singing a few songs on key, who knows. But welcome.
Skeeve's
Thank
got a
you so
beautiful
much.
voice.
Thank you so much for being, you know, I'm just reading what she tells me.
Oh, okay.
You know, I had a friend who worked at Denny's for a long time, and she used to take pictures of people asleep in their booth. And she would take, like, with them, like selfies with them. It was hilarious. You'd be surprised how many people go to Denny's and they're just, like, out.
Well, I look forward to that, to seeing how long they're allowed to sing in the Denny's before somebody runs them out of there.
I worked at a Village Inn for 5 years, so I am adamantly anti-Denny's. But
did you have rumbles?
Kind of.
Nice.
We would threaten to call a bomb squad, a threat on them, so we could get their crowd, and we think they've done it to us. I kid you not.
I had no idea there was so much drama.
Denny's, those people there were trash. But anyway, back to the exciting roller derby action with Baby V. Wow, hitting that wall of blue from the Scream Queens.
The people at the Denny's that booked Skeeve are not trash, but the rest of them can just eat it.
This is like trying to get by one of those bus carts at like 7 a.m. at a Denny's. You ain't going anywhere, man.
The moons are not over your hammy.
At all. Stiletto, man. I just love just the way she flows on skates is so incredible. And calls it off.
Nice little fake out by Baby V, though, standing at the bottom as though she were just going to be a blocker and then taking off once nobody was paying attention anymore.
Very tricky.
Tricky.
We do have a penalty against Sly Fox with a blocking out of play. Oh, Sly. Sup, Sly?
Sup.
Sup. Want to say hi to everybody watching on the YouTube channel, especially my friend Susie and all her wonderful animals. Oh, slamming Amazon out. See Senorita coming up, calls it off. Senorita does not like that. That jammer interrupt us?
Ooh, I heard that one. Senorita going down for a back block.
Yeah, and we do have, Senorita, yeah, in the penalty box with the back block.
Boy, and
you know what that means. Power jump.
Yeah, and that means that's a third Power Jam Fight Crew has given up in this period.
Well,
so.
and Scream Queens obviously got something going on because they're going to take advantage of it and have a timeout. Hey, again, want to just welcome everybody so much for being here tonight at Doll Hollow. We really appreciate your support. The Derby Dolls are a volunteer, mostly volunteer-run, nonprofit organization, and we have no advertising budget. So this is my time to remind you all to buy some raffle tickets and make sure you buy some of that awesome merch. You know, some cool stuff that are always being made, and you never know how long it's going to be before you see it again.
I bought some merch today, Evil E.
You did?
I did. I bought the Evil E patch, where Evil E is presented as a tarot card, the magician.
Thank
it's very
you.
Cool.
I bought a tote bag because I always need a tote bag.
You got stuff to tote.
Stuff to tote.
Got to put it somewhere. Why not a bag?
It's a perfect thing to do. Once again, want to thank our sponsors, S1 Helmets. Those really nice, shiny silver Scream Queens helmets are incredible. S1 Helmets, a similar protection, protecting the Derby Doll since 2009. Protect your head, wear an S1 helmet. Or shall I say, shop smart. Shop S1 smart.
They're also wearing those great Frogmouth uniforms from Frogmouth in Austin, Texas. And I noticed this in the juniors, but the adults have this too. They've got their pronouns on the front, which I think is super boss.
I love that. Makes things easier. And if anyone has needs to be explained how gender is a construct, I'll be happy to meet you in the parking lot and discuss that with you. A construct of oppression. And I ain't having that. I am having Stiletto kicking some butt on that track. I just love watching Stiletto skate.
Yeah, it is a thing of beauty and a joy forever as long as you're on the team.
Yeah,
you know?
being a block him right there, maybe not having the best time.
Yeah, not so great.
But although I gotta say, Vita block him and Sly Fox, they make a lovely team.
Don't they though?
Yeah. But Vita's in a bit of a tough situation there towards the front of the pack like that, and pretty much needs to wait for them to catch up. Nothing that she can do.
Yeah, but very disciplined action by the Scream Queens blockers. Working that pack definition game, keeping Shock Me in back to the tune of 20 points. Is that 20 points, Evelyn?
That was 10.
Oh, it was 10 points. Okay, well, he held it up twice.
Well, that meant one score. That meant two scores. Yeah! There's a whole lot of excitement. It's a 3-point game, everybody. And we do got penalties against Fight Crew. The Vita block him with a blocking out of play, and Sly Fox with blocking out of play. Oh, we got this. Oh, now I see all the screaming. Yes, squeeze! Wow, nunchucks versus rabies. Nunchuck sees it, calls it off.
Oh, squeeze. Now I get it too.
Screens. Oh, I was supposed to explain that to you and I forgot.
Why didn't you explain it to me, Evilly? Why do you make me do everything myself?
I mean, he made a point of showing it to me, explaining it to me, and I was like, I'm gonna tell Trixie. You know it's the first thing I do? Forget to tell you.
Betty Rampage sitting for a low block for the Scream Queens, AKA the Squeens.
The Squeens.
Which I now get because I'm that cool and hip and I understand things an hour after I see them.
No fox given.
When it takes longer to understand something, you really appreciate it more. It's like aging a fine wine.
It's like Starlight Express. Apparently they're trains. I'm not telling you how long that one took me to figure out. Oh, we do have a medical call off, it looks like. We're gonna take a moment and let our doll repair team assess this, and we're all gonna be quiet. So think about your life choices.
Big hand for Dinah Beachy, y'all, and for our doll repair team and EMT staff.
All right. Let's hear it for Dinah Beachy, everybody. I'm glad she's okay.
As Evil remembers, you gotta be holding a mic for people to hear you when you talk into it.
Yeah. Oh,
you know,
I talk so loud, I just assume everybody can hear me all the time.
There's a lot going on. We have a lot we have to pay attention to. I have to understand all the signs, which apparently takes me 3/4 to do.
Oh my goodness.
Don't blame me, blame my ADD.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my. Well, there was some track roadkill there.
Yeah. Jane Woe doing that fetal position. That's a good idea when a jammer is skating straight at your head.
Yeah.
Just protect your neck.
I have found the fetal position works very well, particularly when a jammer is coming towards your head.
2 more points for Fight Crew, 104.90, 106.98. 1 minute left in the third. Cheer on your teams, y'all.
Yeah, and this might, we have like one, maybe two jams, and then it's raffle time. So feel free to start digging down deep in your pockets for your raffle tickets. We do have Left Sea Loveless in the penalty box for Fight Crew with Failure to Dethrone, and Gandalf, the Cray in there for
back block.
Back block.
And that makes this a power jam in favor of Fight Crew. Scream Queens are sure to break the century mark, but it ain't gonna be in this quarter, y'all.
Yep, that'd be Baby V working to add him up for the Fight Crew.
Fight Crew wanting to take this one into the quarter break, extending their lead, but that Scream Queens wall getting set right back up there at the front, trying to hold her in. Sweet Home Alabama takes it to the inside. Just all kinds of intention and fire in Sweet Home Alabama's game.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of action happening in these packs have just been really incredible. I mean, you have Scream Queens, they have a lot of newer skaters, but then you have someone like Stiletto who's started in juniors and stuff like that. I am not exactly sure what happened there with Block Matrix and Baby V.
That was Misbehaving. Misbehaving wound up and nailed Baby V. Took her down, effectively ending that jam. I'm seeing 5 points for Fight Crew. Let's see if that's official. And it is 111-98 at the end of the third.
All right, everybody, it's a raffle time. Dig out those raffle tickets. Do you want to do it?
No special instructions, right? Just talking to me. Okay. Yeah, sure. Alrighty, we're getting ready to do our raffle tickets. So get out your tickets. If you hear your number being called, you're going to retrieve your gifts from the concession booth. Just wait for me to come down and I'll get it to you. All right, for our first prize, a $40 gift card from Red Lobster goes to ticket number 243692. Glasses? Jesus Christ.
That's me.
Oh. Okay. Right, number 2. All righty. Raffle prize number 2, a $25 gift card to Big Five. The number is 5710241. Raffle prize number 3, a Magic Mixie's crystal ball. That goes to ticket number 243652.
My husband did not win.
Oh, you know all your tickets you have? Raffle prize number 4, a gift bag of Derby Doll merch. That goes to ticket number 243685. And our last prize of the night, a Revive Stretch Class gift certificate. That goes to ticket number 243462. Oh, my mistake. Number 4, the gift bag is from Rude Chicks. All right. No, that's it. That's fine. So if you want anything, meet me at the concession booth.
Yay, thank you. We hate doing that for no other reason than we're always everybody. Welcome back before the fourth quarter of exciting roller derby action here in Valhalla. We have got two fight crew in the penalty box, Sly Fox and Skeeve Jobs, and we got Sweetie in the penalty box for the Scream Cheese. She's got a directional block. That was also a directional block for Skeeve.
That puts Skeeve on 5 by my unofficial count.
Yeah, why hasn't anyone been ejected yet?
You gotta get 7. They eject you on the 7th one, and we don't ever want to see that.
I feel like there's some disappointment here. All right, Rabies versus Nunchucks.
Nung was ejected in the last game, where VB beat Scream Queens 193 to 114. Scream Queens faring a lot better tonight. 111.98. Well, let's call that 114.98.
It's just so fun having the teams back, and particularly seeing the red and blue. That was the main bout back in Chinatown that got busted down by the fire marshal. We haven't been busted by the fire marshal in 18 years.
Hey.
Woo!
And with a heroic juke, Stiletto exits the pack. Scream Queens, your lead jammers. Well, your lead jammer, I guess. There's only one of them.
Whoa!
Sly Fox donning that jammer. Looked like she took the star off and then put it back on.
Yeah, I don't know. There's definitely, the star pass is becoming much more popular.
I think you want to call that one a star stash when you take it off, or possibly a pass that was simply incomplete.
Yeah, I mean, in some old school derby, only the jammer wore a helmet, period. So it was, you just do a helmet pass.
And Sly Fox taking that helmet to the penalty box. This is going to be a power jam for Scream Queens.
That's right. In there for an arms penalty. They also got a blocking out of play penalty against misbehaving. All right. One jammer on the floor, one team that can score, and that is the Scream Queens. We're down 8 points right now. Oh, I see a star. I see stuff. Like, give it to me.
Send me in, coach, send me in. That looks
like
Lusty Loveless.
That is not, Lusty Loveless is out for blood tonight, I tell you.
Ray trying to catch up, get around those offense blockers like number 3, 8, and 9, Stiletto.
Yeah, Lusty is like made it to the fourth quarter good enough.
And it's a big swing and a miss at the front of the pack by a Fight Crew blocker. Hannah Barbarian wearing that pivot helmet, but holding the star in her hand. Starts to put it on, but that's the end of the jam, according to the clock and the enforcers. And I believe them.
As you should.
It's an extremely trustworthy clock.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so we do have, see, I told you, Lusty Loveless in the penalty box with an arms penalty. And we also have an arms penalty, but it looks like, was that a force?
That says fouled out. Jane Woe is out of here, folks.
Oh, Jane Woe has been ejected from the bout. Slamming Amazon, jamming for the Scream Queens. High on the high side. Man, and I tell you, the work right now, they're doing a Vita Blockham to try and get through. Wow, doing such a great job of holding Vita back and slamming Amazon, finally getting to place with him, having to come against Sly Fox.
I thought Sly was shutting the door, but Amazon slid on by and managed to keep their balance on about half a foot.
9 points for the Scream Queens, and they take the lead by 1 point. Oh my, but we do got penalties. We got Betty Rampage and Slamming Amazon in the penalty box. Betty Rampage was stopping Slamming Amazon with back blocking. Wow.
And Amazon was the jammer in that jam. This one's going to be a power jam. Fight Crew's going to have a chance to answer back.
Oh, man. That's right. They got the lead taken from them, and they don't like, everyone got really serious.
Yeah,
It's
well,
okay.
they worked this whole game for that lead, Evilly.
And we got a timeout being called by the Scream Queens. They got to do some strategery. Who's having a good time here? I gotta welcome my friend Wend, who's here. Hey, my friend Thorazine's here. She's my favorite person in the world. Hi.
Hi, Thora.
She also is a co-founder of the league and an original member of the blue team.
Hey, and if you want to keep the good times rolling, head to Novocaine on Santa Fe and Huntington Park after the game. Kitchen's going to be open. The drinks will be flowing. 21 and over. Join us at the after party. And
Yeah.
by us, I mean people who aren't going to be 50 this year like me. That's the collective
I just
us.
like how we cannot do any sort of shout out when we have our wonderful cheering group here. I do want to give a shout out though to the Vernon Community Fund. They provide charitable contributions to community-based organizations and governmental agencies in support of efforts to improve the quality of life, strengthen families, and affirm Vernon's ties with the neighboring communities in pursuit of bright futures. Vernon has been incredibly supportive of the Derby Dolls, making sure that we survive a pandemic. So we very much appreciate them. And of course, if you want to get involved, if you love the sound of skates on Masonite, you can join our Fresh Meat program. Learn about our Fresh Meat program at derbydolls.com. You can also learn about all kinds of different fun skating opportunities the Derby Dolls provide for adults and for girls for 7 to 17-year-old. It's an inclusive community.
Fight Crew kicking off this power jam. That pack is barely moving evilly.
No, you gotta move forward.
Looks like they played flat track for a second there, but there goes Rabies. Seems like the crowd likes it.
Wow! Oh, Rabies threw another scoring pass.
So much power, so much control to be able to make a quick lateral move up the track at its steepest point, and then reverse direction. And it's another full pull for Rabies.
Yeah, I think they were trying to try it on the high side, hoping that would slow her down. Did not work. It's Rocket and Stiletto reassessing the situation, but Rabies is unstoppable. Sweetie coming up there trying to get that pack moving. Even there's only 4 seconds left on the clock. You just let it expire. Yep. Wow, give it up for Rabies, everybody.
A towering power jam for Fight Crew. 15 points. Brings the score to 129. Fight Crew 115. Scream Queens. A little over 9 minutes to play.
And we do have penalties right now. We do have Sprocket Rocket with the directional block and failure to reform, and also Sweetie with the directional block. So that's a disadvantage to the Scream Queens after losing their point lead there. Senorita jamming for Fight Crew, but misbehaving out of the pack for the Scream Queens.
That also puts Scream Queens, Sweet Home Alabama, in danger of expulsion. I believe she will be knocked out, ejected on her next penalty. Misbehaving, amazing little apex jump there.
Watch the thumb, man.
Gotta look for that thumb.
I mean, I guess that means 3 points.
3 points.
3 points for the Scream Queens, 4 for Fight Crew. 8 minutes left in the game, and we do have Gandalf the Cray in the penalty box.
Yep, directional block, and that is also taking Gandalf to 6 by my unofficial count. So Scream Queens, not a lot of time left on the clock, but enough that they need to watch those penalties, or else they're going to find themselves without some very valuable folks.
Yeah, Ice Screamer was so close to getting out of there. Really, really good job of being held back, though, by Vita Blockham. And it's giving Rabies a chance to get into another point-scoring position. Oh, my God, that movement. Melistopheles, by the way, happy belated birthday, Melistopheles. Melistopheles really wanted that block for her birthday and did not get it.
We don't always get what we want for our birthday, Evilly.
We usually do not get what we want.
Sometimes we do. Once we're old enough to get our own presents, we do.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, you can make some noise. You can scream, you can shout, you just cannot whistle. You can stomp your feet too if you like.
Yeah, stomp somebody else's feet. Make a friend the hard way.
Yeah, that might not work out so well. Slamming it. Do not stomp them. Slamming Amazon.
You were the one telling them to stomp their teeth earlier, so.
I know, it happens. I was in articulation classes for years. I have a speech problem. I know, I overcame it. I announced Derby.
I thought you had an anatomy problem.
I have a lot of problems, man.
If you can't tell teeth from feet, a foot fetish is not for you. Or you should get a job as a dentist.
You know, there are a lot of ways that could go. I'm just going to stop it right there. Just like the jam got stopped. Scream Queen's picking up 4. What does that bring it to? Everyone got really quiet again. Everyone gets so serious.
It's serious business. We got a 137 to 122 game, 6:20 left to play.
And we do a damage name in the penalty box for the Scream Queens with a directional block.
Seth, who liked that juke?
Misbehaving, wow.
Oh, baby V, oh!
Whiskey behavior, America's real. Oh, comes up to the front, whoa. Misbehavior, and I think took out Gandalf the Cray.
Oh, that was a high-speed apex jump, and really in a part of the track where it starts to flatten out a little bit, and it's not as easy to pass, folks, but boy, oh boy, Misbehaving had so much velocity going into it. That was so impressive.
Yeah, we really need Gandalf as a part of our rad crew, so please don't hurt her too bad. And Shock Me Amadeus in the penalty box, looking gorgeous, looking fabulous.
As always.
Oh, was that lusty?
Yeah, it was
Hell yeah,
lusty.
it was lusty.
Ooh, Betty Rampage making some stuff happen in that pack, too.
Oh, Rocket! Coming after rabies like that. I thought that they were going to do that block like you did that on that cover of that program right there. Fucking death from above. A really intense pack, especially on those high sides. Because of, gravity.
Gravity. Rabies able to find her way through.
Ice Creamer out, but not Lead Jammer.
15 seconds left.
Oh, can you move ahead a little bit? Oh, maybe not.
I thought
that was like the most mellow and oh no, I changed my mind.
I thought Rabies was trying to hype the crowd there for a second, but she was just getting ready to call it off.
She's like getting ready. She's like, move forward. You're not going to, no. Yeah, I'm done. Whatever. Ice Creamer though getting a cutting penalty and will be joined in the penalty box by Hannah Barbarian. Did not see the penalty for that.
That was also a cut.
D-Cup is fast.
Well, it's my fault. I told D-Cup to turn around because I felt bad about not looking right earlier and wasting all her time.
Oh, Oh, man. Vita Blockham finally making her way out. The bike crew walls. I feel like historically that's such a great, they've always had such a great strength there. And they've got some veterans on the team that just really know how to pull that together.
Yeah, you've got strength, you've got size, you've got experience, and most of all, you've got skaters who've been skating together for years, Italy.
Yeah, you pull that bond together, you just know each other. All right, Nunchuck's getting in a position where had to let Vita go.
And Lusty, Sly Fox, these folks were skating when I quit, and that was a really long time ago.
That was a long time.
That was a long time ago, Trixie. You're old as shit.
I getting you for earlier. Okay, that was 9 points for Bike Crew. And there's a modest clappery. And there was some much rejoicing. And then there was some non-rejoicing. Vita Blockham in the penalty box with a back blocking penalty, joined by no Fox given for, what is AB?
I don't know. to find out.
I know, I have like 20 of these charts.
Right?
And then all of a sudden it's one, boy, they haven't used that one in a while.
Oh, assisting out of bounds.
Oh!
Ah,
We haven't been assisting out of bounds in ages.
Yeah,
we
that
haven't
one's
looked that one
rare.
up.
A rare
Bravo,
penalty.
retro. How retro of you, Fox.
That's a shiny penalty.
Yeah, wow. I remember that one. It might come up again. Stiletto out. Enjoying that power jam situation. Whoa. Oh, man. Gets my Steve Jobs and Lusty Loveless.
Red Rover,
And Steve
Red
was like,
Rover.
oh, no, that ain't happening again. High side front. Oh, breaks through them. Breaks through onto the other side. That should be, because you get ghost points too.
Yes, you do. As soon as you pass one opposing player, you get all the points that are in the penalty
10
box.
points for the Scream Queens.
And shout out to Hannah Barbarian, who was really keeping it clever out there.
Keeping it clever.
Oh yeah, because the thing is that once a player is downed, they no longer count towards the pack definition. So as soon as they knocked that fight crew down in the back, Hannah pulled up front to maintain pack definition.
That's really smart.
Just long enough for the fight crew player to get back up.
Well, we have got 2 fight crew down, and that gave a chance for Misbehaving to get out of that pack first. Rabies, though, also out of the pack. Oh! Misbehaving gets past Shock Me and Sly. Picks up those ghost points, and that is 4 more for the Scream Queens. And we have got down to a 12-point game, and this could be the last jam, or it could not be if there is a penalty. Sly Fox in the penalty box for fight crew, failure to reform. Oh my God, it's so exciting.
This has been one banger of a game, Evalie.
Incredible.
Anything can happen at this point. Game clock's gonna run out, but the jam goes on for another 48 seconds or until that jammer calls it off.
Yeah.
I don't think Stiletto's gonna
right
call it
now,
off.
man, look at that pack. Oh! That is a question there. Will that be a back-walking penalty against Stiletto? I don't know.
But I do see some failure to reforms being assigned.
Yeah, there could be.
The thing is, if both teams get penalties, the team that's in the lead at the end is going to win it.
Wow. Through on another scoring pass. Oh my God! Oh my God!
5
There's
seconds
4
left.
seconds left on the game clock. Did she get it?
Boy, I think.
Oh my God!
I think she got all except Lusty on that one, and Mel, you've even gotten Lusty on out of play.
That's a lot of points.
The enforcers are really going to have to talk this one
14?
over carefully.
14 points. And oh my God, Scream Queens take the lead by 2.
I definitely saw Scream Queens get a
There
penalty.
is a Scream Queen in the penalty box. Nope, maybe not.
We're going to see head ref Metallicile is either going to award the game to the Scream Queens or is going to call for one more jam by pumping his arm, just like he was driving a great big boy truck. Keep your eyes on the man in the white helmet.
I don't know why that just cracked me up all of a sudden. Hey, once again, thank you everyone for being here. Let's hear it for the Derby Dolls, everybody. 20 years. And don't forget, we're either doing another jam or they're declaring a winner. When the game is done, make sure you come down to the track side, not now, but when that happens, you can get your hand slapped, and then we'll have a quick award ceremony between the teams that you can check out too. Thank you all for being such a wonderful audience and supporting your LA Derby Dolls. We really appreciate it so much.
You can come on down and get in position, but please stay out of the pink area. The pink paint is reserved until the game is over.
I like seeing that economic stimulus and Firefly, they're like ready.
They are prepared.
You see, like, you know.
They're dying to get clapped, those two.
Oh my God. It's so intense right now. Okay, like Tricky Ricardo's like doing this little thing with his hand, like saying this. Now they're nodding. Now Metal Kyle's like looking over here and he's doing this like slashy thing with his hand. And I think Cherry Blazer's like, yeah, I saw that too. And now Ridley Scorpio's like, I don't know, but what about this? Now Hasselblack's down there just keeping everything cool, because that's how Hasselblack rolls.
That is
now,
absolutely
and we
how
got
she
some
rolls.
stuff we got to write down. Decaf ref it's over. Of course, always very serious about roller derby, extremely serious. But I also see Oliver Klozoff and Morningwood having a really interesting conversation about maybe this happened or maybe that. I don't think they know the outcome. But either way, we're about to find out. Oh my God.
Holy smokes.
There's penalties against everybody. The Scream Queens win. Back, blocking out of play. Senorita. Fox given. Oh my God, Baby V. And then against Sweetie.
Okay, the short
Buddy
version is
Dawkins.
everybody did a penalty, and that means the Scream Queens win.
Let's get your hands up there. Give it up for the Scream Queens, everybody. Come on. I'm going to start saying their names. Wearing 04 Damage Dane, 26 Betty Rampage, Slamming Amazon, Noonchucks, Gandalf the Cray. I can't believe you didn't get ejected. Stiletto, America's Sweetheart, Whiskey Behavior, Sprocket Rocket, you're incredible. Squeedy, Sweet Home Alabama, Melistopheles, I don't know if this is your last name or not, but I love you. Block Matrix and Crumb, Misbehaving. Oh my God, Hanna-Barbarian. Ice Cream of the co-captain and Horchata, the captain who's not skating, and the wonderful coaches, Whoopi Goldberg, Melee, and Black Mama. Incredible, but you can't do it without this amazing fight crew.
Keep it going for the fight crew. All fight, no flight. Skeeve Jobs, Shock Me Amadeus, Rabies, Vita Blockham, Lusty Loveless, Avonica Deborah, Beats by K, Donna Beecha, Senorita, Mary Poppins, Baby V, co-captain, No Fox Given, Captain Sly Fox, Coach Mel Scorcho, Coach Pip Girl, they put it all out on the track, y'all. It's the fight crew.
Wow, we want to thank our enforcers, our EMTs, the doll repair team, the track monkeys, the rad crew, our DJ MacBook Bear, everybody watching on our live stream, and all of you here. We so appreciate you being a part of this. And, you know, I've been Eva Lee, and this is Trixie Biscuit.
Hey.
And thank you for being here. We want to remind you to be happy, be well, be at the after party at Novocaine if you can. And don't forget to sign up for all the Derby Dolls social media so you can be back at our next game in June. We love you.
Solidarity forever.
Woohoo!